Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Movement Radio. I am Chip Hazard,
And I'm Talon Williams.
and we're back with another special guest, Amber Graves of Slane from Chattanooga Roller Derby. Amber, how are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
So we always like to kind of start off and we ask, like, who is Amber? Like today, who are you?
Today,
Yes, who are you?
I am a junior roller derby coach. And then I also am a current skater with Chattanooga Roller Derby. And then my day job outside of Derby is I'm an accountant.
Oh,
There you go.
look at the big brain on Amber.
Right. Well, there you go. All right. So Chip asked the question, who are you? I'm going to peel the layer back a little bit here and ask, who were you before you discovered roller derby? Who were you before then?
I was a new mom.
Okay.
And I didn't really have any hobbies. I did hobbies in school, of course, but I was in my early 20s. So just being a new mom and not really having any type of destination or what I was doing, just working on being the new mom.
Okay. So are you originally from Chattanooga?
I'm from Rome, Georgia.
Rome. Okay.
Not too far.
Yeah, not about what? 30 minutes away from where I live right now. So
It takes me about an hour and 15, 20 minutes to get to practice.
And you do that twice a week, right?
Yes.
I remember those trips.
Oh yeah.
So what drew you to derby as that outlet of, like you've got you're a new mom, you've got this newborn. What makes you decide, I want to go beat people up on skates?
Well, kind of a funny story. I had a group of friends. We were at a Christmas parade and we seen the current roller girls skating around. And I was really interested in it and kept talking about it. And they actually made a bet saying that I wouldn't join or even try it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then I showed up for my first practice. And here it is 13 years later.
Oh, wow. That's great. Have you always been with the Chattanooga Roller Girls, or have you been on other teams as well?
I started out in Rome, local here, and we were called the Rome Roller Girls. And then we merged with a team in Marietta, and the league became Peach State. And then COVID hit, the pandemic. So everybody started rebuilding, and I decided to transfer to Chattanooga. So I've been with Chattanooga for, I think, 3 years.
Okay. And how are you liking Chattanooga?
I'm loving it. They have pushed me to become a very strong competitive player. And right now we are very super competitive, and it's brought out a lot of skills that I didn't know I had.
That's awesome.
Well, that's always great to have those people to push you and make you, try to get better at your craft.
Right.
Was there anybody you kind of gravitated towards in terms of like as far as like a mentorship or anything like that?
Really, the entire team is so welcoming. I didn't know anyone, not one person. I just showed up, and I also had a friend with me from my old league. She went with me as well, but it was just me and her. And they all were so friendly. Like, you can literally ask anyone for help, and they all could be mentors. So I would say the entire team.
Awesome.
That's awesome to hear. Now, get a little personal for a second. You were a new mom 13 years ago, so that means you have a 13-year-old child. Is boy or girl?
It's a girl. I actually have two other children, and they all are close in age.
Okay. Are are any of them, have they gravitated towards roller derby?
Well, of course. I have two girls and one boy, and both girls play for the junior team that I coach in Rome.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so they're not part of the Ruby Regulators?
They are not. Rome doesn't have an adult league. So that's why I travel, and that's why I chose Chattanooga. They were the best fit for me. But Rome, Georgia does have a junior team, and they're basically like a sister team to the Rubies. We love the Rubies. We practice together. We sub for each other if we need players. We help each other out. It's great to have.
That's awesome. That's
awesome.
really awesome. Yeah. So getting your start, like, what was that initial first day of practice like? The very first day you stepped onto that track, what emotions were you feeling? Yeah.
It's exciting, scary. Not the thing of just not knowing where it's going to lead. Seeing all the skaters being, some being advanced and some new. It's a good mixture. But mainly.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Outside of roller derby, do you have hobbies that you do, or is roller derby just it for you?
I used to do CrossFit. I like some type of exercise. And just being with my kids, they have a lot of hobbies, a lot of sports. My son plays football. We're very busy. So roller derby is my main hobby.
That's your outlet.
Yeah, it can be crazy with kids and with everything, because my son's 9 and he's been playing football for the last 2 years, and every day is like, football season's coming up, we gotta get ready. I'm like, okay, calm down, just let me know, tell me what's happening, so like, I'm ready to go hit somebody. You're 9, calm down, you ain't got that killer instinct just yet. Turns out he does, because here's the truth. But but again, it's like I get just as excited watching him play, as I would, watching my Dolphins or whatever, and it's fun, and I'm sure it's like that also. So what was your initial, as a parent, of course, like I just said, my son plays football. It is a little bit scary though. You see him out there, it's like, ooh, he took a big hit, or ooh, did you have any concerns about your daughters participating in roller derby?
Oh, definitely. It's a full contact sport, and those are my girls, but I didn't want to doubt them, and derby has brought their little personalities out. They were shy and a little awkward, and my oldest daughter, she's tiny, she weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet, and she's out there just giving her all, and she has taken some big hits and big falls, and it is scary, but she pops right back up. I can't doubt her. I have to push her and believe in her that she can do it.
That's awesome. It's good to believe in your kids. I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah. So in 13 years of roller derby, what would you say is the hardest hit you've ever taken?
Ooh. Honestly, I took a really big hit last season. I got 2 actually.
Okay.
There was one actually at practice by my own teammates. Gonna actually hit you harder than actually competitive teams that you play against. I actually tore my ACL and PCL partially. from her, just a friend hitting me at practice. And then last season we played against the world, and it was just multiple teammates. And this person was 3 times my size, and I wasn't ready. And I turned my body, and I literally flew in the air when they made contact. And I think I got a concussion from it.
Ugh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Concussions are no joke.
No,
they are not. I've had several. I know. You don't feel it. It does not feel good. You got to stay in a dark room, put a towel around your neck, around your face. Is just seclude yourself, pretty much.
I've had, that it happens. I think I've had 2 concussions so far. So, but we wear our safety gear and we try to prevent that.
Yeah. So as a coach, you said you coached the junior team there in Rome. As a coach, when you're coming up with schemes and everything, what are you looking for in a new derbyist? That it's a term we've coined here at Movement Great Radio. Derbyist. Yeah.
Derby. What am I looking for?
Mm-hmm.
In a certain skater, or just gameplay, or
in like a certain skater, when you have like someone new that is coming to try out, and you kind of have to determine, because yes, we want to say everybody can make it, but not everybody can make it. They don't have the mental fortitude to go. So when you're coaching, what are you looking for in that player to determine how you can best help them succeed?
Well, there's 2 other coaches that's with me, my husband, and her name is Coach Danielle. So we work together, because not one person can do it all by themselves, so we all will see different things.
Mm-hmm.
But for one thing that I look for is determination. How determined are they to get better? And is their heart into it? Because it does take some commitment, and it does take a lot of practice. And, sometimes new skaters will show up and then they don't show up for weeks. So that's what I look for is that.
Okay. That's a good trait to have, is determination. I like that.
Yeah. Mental fortitude, things of that nature. Yeah.
They can show up and not know how to skate.
Mm-hmm.
If they're willing to be there and put in the work, I'm willing to help them and get them to where they need to be.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Presumably that's your husband standing behind you?
Probably. No, I'm sorry. That's my brother.
Oh. I was going to say, I'm sorry. You cut out for a second.
I said, my brother, he likes to show up and come eat my food.
Oh.
That I cook for dinner.
I mean, if it's good food, I might show up.
Yeah, I know, for real.
So what is it like? You said you work, with your husband and another person,
Yes.
in coaching. What is it like working with your husband in that aspect?
He's a very competitive person, like I am. So, he doesn't do the training, but he does the reffing part. Like, he learns the rules, and he helps ref at Chattanooga, and he takes it back to our junior team to help them know the rules. So, and we're really best friends more than anything, honestly. So it works out great on our end, being a husband and wife.
Yeah, that's awesome that you guys can have that same camaraderie, out in a different aspect other than like home life. You found this other outlet that you have that camaraderie in as well.
Yes, it's definitely something that we can bond with and feel proud and have goals together. It's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It
Always glad to hear that.
yeah, it's definitely awesome that you guys have that bond. But have there been moments where you maybe clash in terms of like strategy and different ways of coaching and things of that nature?
Of course. That's why there's three of us. We do a vote. And sometimes I'm outvoted, and sometimes all three of us don't agree, but we find a way.
That's good that you found a way. Absolutely. I've asked this question to several of the girls that have come on to the show. Do you have like a maybe a pre-match ritual, or do you do something to get your head in the game, like something you do before the matchups if you know a match is coming up soon? Do you have any of those weird superstitions or a ritual that you do before every game?
Let me think.
I'm making her think on this one, Chip.
There's certain things that I like to wear the same because I don't want to jinx it. I'm scared I'm going to wear something different. So, our uniforms are the same. Even my socks, I have the same socks I wear. I make sure my pads are washed. That's the only thing I can think of that I really don't want to jinx anything or mess anything up. It has to be the same. It's just things that I wear.
That's you know what, but to each his own. Like I get it. Because when I was a professional wrestler, I wore my Miami Dolphin socks underneath my wrestling boots. So it makes it like, granted, I mean, no one probably cares but me, but I feel like I don't have my socks, it might be a bad night or something, or some people's like, with the elbow pad or something, But
really, it really is. And then I do have a bracelet that I tuck under my wrist guard. It's from my daughter. It just has little beads on it. I always wear that. I'm scared if I take it off, it's going to be the reason why I mess up or something. So,
Yeah.
I have little like that.
Yeah. I would always, when I would take my wrist to wrestle, I would always put 8713 on my wrist tape, because it meant August 7th, 2013, which is my son's birthday. That was, I felt like one night I didn't do it and I was like, oh shit, I hope nothing bad happens. It's just because it's something you've always done,
Yeah.
So, which I mean, hell, I was a wrestler for 20 years. I've had like so many different rituals and super silly superstitions about, stuff, but I mean, everybody does, regardless of the endeavor. I think everybody has some weird individual, traditions or rituals or superstitions. But
I also, I have a candle that the team bought me, and on it says, all I do is win. And I thought about lighting it every night before just to give me good luck, but I haven't yet. It might be a new thing I do.
Oh, a new
there
thing.
You go.
I like that. So here, what is one thing that you wish you would have known starting out in roller derby that nobody told you?
Been doing it so long. Maybe how obsessed I'd become. It's so addicting. I wish someone told me that it was going to lead me to where I am today. And I also wish I had it when I was a kid. Like, I don't think we had derby when I was younger. I really wish I had that, but yeah, I think they were pretty clear what was going to happen besides the obsession. Like, when you start roller derby, you can really become obsessed with it.
I definitely understand that. When we started this podcast, like, I wish somebody would have told me how obsessed I would become and how much it would take over my life. Like, yeah. I'm just like, I wake up thinking about like what
Content.
interview we're gonna do or whatnot. So yeah, I definitely get that obsession.
Yeah.
Now, what is your position on the track? Are you jammer, blocker, pivot? What are you?
I'm a blocker.
Okay.
I like to be, it's called a brace, where I'm skating backwards and I'm holding my two blockers and give them stability as they are blocking. But you never stay in that position. So you become every position, because you have to, flow with each other and use each other, and you're never in one spot. But yeah, I'm not a jammer. I don't think I could do that physically. This is tough. That's a tough job that not a lot of people want.
That's what we hear.
Yeah.
Of the 10 previous conversations we've had, that seems to be the consensus, is like jamming is hard, but like once you get it, it's like you love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Heinz hates it.
Pictures of her face when she gets the helmet covers. Her not happy about it, but she does it.
Right.
She's not at it, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thought I heard my dog bark just a minute ago.
So what is it? Now, what is it about blocking that you enjoy so much?
I like having teammates out there with me. A jammer, you're kind of getting through. I mean, you have your teammates helping you, but it's kind of on you. As a blocker, you have your teammates doing the same thing as you with the same objective. And I get to beat people up.
She said, and I get to beat people up.
Yeah. She put a little emphasis on that part.
Jamming, you have to kind of like avoid it. The blocker, you get to actually lay some people out if you can, or try to.
Yeah.
People out there.
Yeah. I keep noticing the tattoo that you have on your arm. How long did that take to get done?
I actually got it done bits and pieces, so little sections at a time. And my tattoo artist, he is very popular, so it's hard to get to him sometimes, but I've had this done for quite some time. So I would say probably maybe a year.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see flowers and
just flowers. I actually have my derby number on my arm, 86.
Awesome.
I'm telling you, session.
You can never change your derby number, ever.
Yeah, ever.
Never.
Do you plan on getting more done? I noticed that kind of around here it's looking a little blank.
Yeah, I got some more to do.
And are you just going to go with the one sleeve, or do you plan on more?
I actually only have tattoos on the left side of my body. So I have tattoos on my leg, starting the leg sleeve there. And I keep telling myself that I'm just going to do the left side. I don't know why. I just think it's cool.
Okay.
But my kids want to have tattoos when they're older, and they want to go and have a mom and daughter tattoo. And I might have to use my right side because I ran out of room.
You already answered the next question. I was going to ask why only the one side, but you already answered that. You don't really know why. I had a friend of mine who did the same thing. He literally cut his body in half, and he has tattoos only on one side. And when I asked him, he said, well, I'm pretty sure his are just like yours, all on the left side. And he said, well, the left side is my side, the right side is my mom's side. My mom never wanted me to get tattoos, so that's her side.
I love that answer.
That's awesome.
Every time I would go see my mom, she'd be like, another one.
My mama looked at me and she was like, well, as long as you're sure. That's all she told me. So of course I got this one, so it ain't like I can get rid of this one. So
no, I mean you could, but it would take forever.
Oh, I'm not getting this burnt off. You know how number one, it's expensive. Number two, it hurts a hell of a lot more than just getting the tattoo. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, this
Hey,
hurt like hell anyway. It's all skin, bones, and cartilage, and it hurt like hell. So.
Oh yeah, I have one on my foot, and it didn't feel too good.
Ugh, yeah.
So though I have, several.
He's covered.
I'm not. No, I'm not covered. The one that hurt the most, in my opinion, for me, was on my thigh or my calf.
Oh gosh, you're gonna ask, aren't you?
Yes. Which was your worst?
Oh God, everybody asks me this question, and I'm an honest person. Okay, I'm a very honest person.
That's what we like.
I have some tattoos on my backside, my butt cheek.
Okay,
and that was the worst pain ever.
Wow.
Out of all my tattoos, the butt cheek area. I don't know if that was appropriate or not, but
I mean,
we're not we are not PG, so
okay.
Okay, so now that you have gifted us with that knowledge, why the butt cheek? I just have to know.
I am I'm starting my leg sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of goes with my arm with these designs. And
Okay.
see this part right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's going from my thigh and it goes up. So it's not like my complete butt cheek,
Right.
but it's like half of it. And so it just went with my leg piece.
Okay. That makes sense. My wife has one done on her foot, and she said that it hurt pretty bad.
Well, I think their nerves in their body is different, and for some reason in me, the where it's has more fatty parts to it, like your thigh area, just the meaty parts. That's more painful for me than the bony places.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. But I mean, I plan on getting more. I just no tattoo money. It's just the way it is.
Tattoo brand.
Yeah. I mean, well, I at least I want to get at least three more. One for each of my kids, and then one in remembrance of my mom. That's really the only three that I want. So
that I lost my mom as well, and that is a tattoo I haven't got yet. That I've been trying to find something that reaches out to me for her. So I plan on doing that too.
Yeah, my mother loved the beach, and I figured when we were going through photos and stuff for how at some funeral homes they put the video up on the screens that's in the viewing room and stuff like that, and it just cycles through photos and things. Found an old photo of her when she was like 21 years old or something like that, and I thought, man, if I could find somebody to do something similar to that, almost like a Sailor Jerry kind of style, like do that, have it in like an oval, have like a beach scene in the background, some flip-flops, some seashells, and do like a banner with her name on it and stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool. Where I'm gonna get it yet, I don't know. I was originally thinking about getting it on my rib cage, but then Brian Silverback's kind of talked me out of it. So I might end up either doing it on probably my shoulder, maybe. But I don't know. But again, it's having the money to do it and finding the right artist to be able to get it done correctly.
Well, that sounds like it will be absolutely amazing, and I hope
so.
I
appreciate that.
So we can see
it. Right.
Yes.
Chip, you had a pretty interesting one you wanted to do, didn't you?
For what?
For your mother? Because you had mentioned something about getting a rosary or something like that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, my mom was Catholic, and I just thought about I have her actual rosary beads, and I just thought about getting them tattooed on my wrist.
Oh yeah.
So Yeah, not. I mean, it would be special to me, but not like spectacular to anybody else.
Well, as long as it is for you, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. What is your next tattoo? What do you have planned for it? I know you said you're working on your leg sleeve, but you kind of have to have an idea of like you got to plan it out. So
That's why it's hard to, you're putting this on your body and it's permanent. So you really got to make sure that it's something that you want forever. But I do like the theme that I'm going with. So a lot of this design is on my leg. And then, so my next one, I got to do my knee. It's been some time because I'm kind of like trying to avoid it a little longer because I know it's going to be painful, but I think I'm just going to go with something like this type of design.
The knee's tricky. The knee's tricky though, because you're bending it up the majority of the time when you walk and things of that nature. And some people's knees have calluses on it and things of that nature. So you want to make sure that, the area's, smooth and eligible for the ink to go through and things of that nature. So, I don't really know too many people with knee tattoos.
I also have to think about derby. I have to wear a leg sleeve and my knee gaskets and my knee pad. And when I got my elbow done, it was really swollen. Like it looked awful. But then it finally went down. So I know my knee's probably going to be the same thing. So I probably have to wait till off season when we have our break to do that.
Right.
I was just going to say that's an off season tattoo.
Yes, it is.
All right. Just kind of final question. We won't keep you too late this evening. What is one piece of advice you would give an aspiring derbyist?
I would say do not give up. No matter how hard it gets, no matter if you have a bad practice or if you're doubting yourself, you just keep going and find your mentor. Any derby league, any derby team, if you go and try out, they're all there for the same reason, just like you, and we all started just like you. Keep pushing yourself.
All right.
Absolutely.
It's time to promote what is coming up for Amber.
Okay, so right now we're in our little summer break, but our next game is in August. I think it's August 10th. Don't quote me on that. I have to double check myself.
It's August 19th.
August 19th. Oh gosh. I knew it was in August.
That's what I get paid for.
Yeah, thank you. So August 19th is our next home game. And the Rubies play and both teams play at Camp Jordan in Chattanooga.
And do you know off the top of your head who your opponents are going to be?
I don't.
Okay.
It don't matter. You're gonna win anyway.
That's right. I don't have to know.
Yeah, I don't know that one. That wasn't on my call sheet.
Yeah.
Wait, you get a call sheet?
Show up and skate and do my job, and they do the rest.
All right. And where can they find Chattanooga Roller Derby and get tickets to that August 19th event?
Well, we're on Facebook under Chattanooga Roller Derby, and then you also have a website, ChattanoogaRollerDerby.com. And then our teammates are always, if it's local and you're out and about, our teammates are always promoting at events and posters and flyers. But we do a lot through social media.
Perfect.
Awesome.
All right. Once again, Amber, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been an amazing conversation. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me. Y'all have a good night.
All right, absolutely. If you just want to hang out for just 1 second while we pay some bills real quick. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this interview. Again, Amber, we appreciate you being here, kicking it with us tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Chip, anything you want to say before we bounce out of here?
As always, check out movementradio.us. That is your one-stop shop for all things Movement Radio.
And of course, shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, the OG gearanime.com. Go to gearanime.com/movement radio. Use promo code Move Radio at checkout. You will receive free shipping here in the United States. Also, audibletrial.com/movement radio as well. GetResponse, Zulily, let me start over with that. Entertainment Earth, W.GG, GetResponse, I forgot that one. Look up. I got it written down here somewhere. Okay, here we go. All right. gearanime.com, audibletrial.com/movement radio, Zulily, W.GG, Elementor, Entertainment Earth, Just Cash Clothing, and GetResponse. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys have been giving us. Thank you to all the fans, friends and family for the love and support. Thank you guys so much. Again, Amber, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Chip, let's hit them with the outro.
Please do not leave without leaving a like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform and right here on YouTube.
Make sure you check us out on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel here. Subscribe. Click that bell to get notified of our latest videos. Check out streamlabs.com/movement radio/merch. Go copy some merch. And also, once again, movementradio.us, your one-stop shop for all things Movement Radio.
I am Chip Hazard.
And I'm Talon Williams.
And this is Movement Radio.
God's plan.